pork sausages there. So I'll pick that one up and put it on my piece of white bread. I've got some cooked onion, and I'll put that also there on my sausage, maybe a little bit more. Put the sausages over to one side. Just going to appear in camera shot there as well. There's an extra bit of onion. Get a little bit of tomato sauce, Master Foods tomato sauce. Squirt that on my sausage, like so. Put that to one side. And there's a napkin there as well to hold on to it. And that is a sausage sandwich. So I'll have a small bite. This is a sort of a typical thing that you might have as an Australian, as an Aussie, having a sausage sandwich or sausage sanger. It's if you've got to feed a lot of people, then you get a number of loaves of white bread. You go to the grocery store and get yourself a number of packets of sausages. Make sure you've got enough sauce, tomato, barbecue, even mustard, and you fire up the barbecue, and you get the sausages. Right, it does say onion as well. Oops, it fell out. That's always part of the fun. Yeah, fire up the barbecue, and get the sausages and the onions cooking. Yes, I do really enjoy having one of these sausage sandwiches. choice for a fundraiser. So often every weekend at the big hardware store, put on some onions on that sausage for number 2. Every weekend at the bit more onion at the big main hardware chain in Australia. They'll have different charity groups running a sausage sizzle, and there's usually the sauce you can choose between barbecue and tomato, and usually sometimes mustard as well. So I'll put on a squirt of barbecue sauce. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, for a fundraiser, so it probably costs I don't know, would it cost 50 cents at the most to buy the ingredients? A piece of bread, 1 sausage, and some onion and some sauce, and they charge $2 or $3 or $4 for it. And they start raising some serious dollars. These sausage sizzles have also been connected with elections. We have federal elections, state elections, local government elections. Then they're usually, to go and vote is usually at the local public school. Yeah, the public school would take kids from sort of 5 years to maybe 12 before they go off to high school. And as a fundraiser on election day, they'll crank up the local P&C, Parents and Citizens Association, I think that's what that stands for. We'll get some parents to volunteer, and they'll crank up the barbecue, get the sausages on, get the onions. Onions are optional actually. They always sort of say, do you want onions or no onions? And raise some money for the school. Lately they've been sort of coined as a democracy sausage, because every time there's an election, you go to vote in the morning or by early afternoon. You can pick up one of these great sausages for a few dollars. It's a great raise money for the school. Often, well, nearly always, you can buy yourself a can of fizzy drink for a few dollars as well, maybe two. Just opening that now. Okay, so I'll have a sip. And help wash it down with a can of fizzy. This is actually probably something you wouldn't get at a this is probably something you wouldn't get at the sausage sizzle. It's a no sugar sodally drink, but anyway, that's sort of what I had. So I'll put the drink over to one side. Okay, grab another piece of bread. Grab a sausage, like so. Put on some onions. Like that. And this time I'll use a bit of tomato sauce. This time. Okay. Squirt on some lovely red tomato sauce. And there we go. Number 3 sausage sandwich. Having a bite. So, with the public schools, they're funded from just the general taxes that are raised by the state government. They do get the state governments do get a split on the GST raised by the federal government. So, yeah, if they want extra things, then extra things on top of what's, the standard issue, then they do fundraisers, they do fates, they do sausage sizzles, they do, those boxes of chocolates. That you take home and take to your work friends and go at work. So, I know with our local public school, they fundraised raising money for a new plane, perhaps, or the army was doing sausage sizzles to raise money for a new tank or truck or something, but yeah, you'd never see that. But I'm kind of happy to, for schools to be funded to a certain level, and then anything extra you're asking the parents to volunteer and not contribute to fundraising enterprises. That's the word. Have another sip. I do like this Sizzle. I think I've had it in other videos. I can't remember now. This is passion fruit flavoured. But it's just what it's just sort of what you'd expect, I suppose. Not expect, what am I saying? It's what you'd come to accept. Anyway, oh well, that's just a bit of a rave, I think, about funding. So anyway, it's time for the next sausage sizzle. Sausage sanger, that's it. A little bit of onion there on this one. And I'll put some sauce on. Next, actually, you may notice a little bit of a continuity problem between the first part of the video and this part of the video, and what I've done is I sort of went off on a bit of a rave, a bit of a rant, I suppose, yeah. So I've decided to re-record this last part of the video, the last sausage sandwich, and so just talk about more, well, things that are less of a rant about funding and things. So anyway, I'll open up the barbecue sauce, squirt that on the sausage. Okay, here we go. That is fabulous. I'll just have a quick sip of Sizzle first. Okay, now a couple of things I was going to talk about. These are beef sausages, and they come in, you can buy them in packs of 24 at the supermarket. How much would 24 be? Probably $12, $10, something like that. Oh, yeah, probably. They're the most popular. But, and these are really nice. But what are even better are chicken sausages and pork sausages. Are really nice as well. Well, I think better than the beef. Especially the chicken sausages. You get an 8 in a pack. Chicken sausages for $5 or $6. You can tell I do the grocery shopping at my house because I know what the prices of things are. Um, they're so nice to have them either on bread or just cooked in the fry pan. I do like chicken sausages. Years ago, I was working with this woman. She was pretty she was very happy and bubbly. And often in the afternoons she'd sort of say, well, I'm excited tonight because it's chicken sausages night at home, so she obviously really enjoyed the chicken sausages. We have a bit of a laugh about it. And I don't think I'd had chicken sausages before that. I think I might have had pork and beef, of course. Yeah, they are really, really, really nice. Chicken sausages. You can also get these. I think they're called Italian sausages. I think it's about the drink. They've got extra. Really sure what they have in them. I've had them many times, but you get little crunchy little. Maybe it's onion. Maybe it's garlic. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's always good to bite your bread there before you get to the end, so you're just not left with a bit of bread to finish off with. But anyway, that's a technique. That, but anyway, oh yeah, Italian sausages, they're nice too. Actually, one other thing that came out in the last couple of years, that hardware store that has the fundraising sausages every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. They came out with an order which you had to put the onions on first and then the sausage there, which meant that there was this chance of the onions falling on the floor and then somebody walking along and slipping on the onions, hurting themselves. And I guess suing Bunnings, I suppose, I don't know. Anyway, there was outrage at the time about it all. I don't think it really matters whether it's on top or on the bottom, but that's that. Well, that was great. That was a great sausage sandwich. Well, they were 4 great sausage sandwiches, actually. They're one of those things that, well, I always say but you this week than I usually do, but yes. So that is a sausage sandwich I'd highly recommend. But next time you're doing sausages, whether it be on the barbecue or in the pan, get yourself some, white bread. Cook some onions. Cook up some onions, extra onion. Put it on some bread. Put on some red sauce or brown sauce, tomato sauce, barbecue sauce, that is. And see if you are like me and really enjoy a good sausage sandwich. Okay, well, that's about it. I'll wrap it up now and say hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you found it relaxing. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now. Goodbye. Oh, one more thing to add. When I log into YouTube, there's an analytics section. That's what it's called. And you can actually look and see the views and who's still watching, like as a percentage. That is not individual watchers. You can see the percentage of people that is still watching, and at the end of the video, 20% of the people who start the video are still watching at the end, which I think that's pretty good. And a lot of people sort of start and a lot of people drop off in the first 30 seconds or a minute, and then once you get past a few minutes it's sort of fairly steady, and it just sort of slowly decreases